Hello, Mr. James Duffy of the Sandwich Time channel. Gosh, these Silverwaves are neat. You know, I own one of these in white, with a white dial. It's kind of boring, but this, like, cornflower blue. It's so nice. God, that's pretty. That is so pretty. Non-loomed, JDM. These are just really cool. I wish I hit the blue. Gosh, that's neat. So pretty. Well, it's definitely a runner. Don't need to worry about that. What am I doing? This had not been opened. Okay, so as a change from my earlier restoration videos, the full-length ones, they're just too much time to make. So I'm going to go back in time to how I used to do them, which is that I do a start and maybe an interesting bit in the middle if I saw something, and then the final product. So it's going to be a shorter video. Gosh, that's pretty. Oh, it's so nice. I have the white one. But it's just, it looks so sort of staid compared to this, that lovely cornflower blue. Isn't that pretty? Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm going to have to lean on it. It is not wanting to open, so I have to put it on the big berth. That's why we have a big bench-mounted, hardcore, old-school case-back tool. That, my friends, is why we do that. And there you go. It's a standard 6306 movement. Clean. It's original. I don't see any lubrication under the cap. Hairspring looks good. Come on. Yeah, usual thing. You can see that screw head jumping around because the bottom of this needs. Oh, it needs it. Oh my goodness gracious. A little bit of, there was a little bit of corrosion on these tips, but not bad. Okay, well, I'm going to go for it. And again, this is going to be a shorter video, and I do apologize. It's just so time consuming. So 8/15/2017, 4 years ago. I will check the numbers before I rip this apart. Don't worry about that. Yeah, there's no lubrication under these cap tools either for the diafix settings. It's just, you know, that stuff, it just wicks away, and the atmosphere pulls all the volatiles out of there, and the next thing you know, you don't have any lubrication. And being that it's synthetic, and it can just vanish, and it doesn't turn into varnish, that means the watch will keep running, and it'll just keep wearing. So we don't want that. Yeah, look at that. Look at that go, huh? Wow! Look at that! Wow, that is, woo! That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Wow, that's a lot of slop. Holy cow. Wow, okay. Let's get this out of here. So all the clean movements in the world won't help us if our lower mainspring arbor port is horked up. Come on. Whoop. There we go. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I'm going to have to look for one of these, the cornflower dial. I also need to do research and see what kind of bracelets these had originally. You've got some wear too on your in your center wheel. I'm sorry, your fourth wheel. I'm going to have to do some adjustments. I just want to get to the point that we are looking at the lower mainspring arbor port here in a little bit. I'm going to pull this, and then I got to pull the movement, and then I got to pull the dial. And I want to look at all that stuff. No lubrication there, but we don't want any lubrication there. Come on. There we go. These are cool because they're nice. What the heck? Didn't I get this out? Did I drop it? I don't know. Silly. Anyway, I found it. That's the important part. Okay. Yeah. There you go. This is your handy dandy little keeper diddly that pushes in like so, and what it does is it compresses the gasket that's in there. Your threading looks okay. Case is a little dirty. That's for sure. Okay. There. Okay, I gotta take these dials in hands. You'll be happy to note that your dial is dated correctly. 7N. Okay. It doesn't look bad. I mean, it looks like what it looks like. A little wear to that upper mainspring arbor port. Oh, I left the door open. Hi, Kraken. Hi, Smackies. I don't know where he is either. And there it is. The magical and amazing 6306 hacking lever. Why is this so stiff? There you go. Only made for the 6306. Only provided with the 6306. But it will work on every single 6-3 blank blank movement there is. If you get this lower thing. You can get that from a 6106 with hacking, or 6105 or whatever, but if you have this, you can put that in there and it'll hack. Yeah, it's worn. It is clean. It is clean. I will say that. It is clean. Let me open up this barrel. There we go. And as usual, let's find out together. Come on. It's got a little bit of the S3 in there, but not a lot. It doesn't look... I wonder if they opened the barrel and cleaned this. Maybe they did or maybe they didn't. I'm not sure. Well, got to get back to it. All right. So I'm going to jewel this lower mainspring arbor port. I'll pull this stuff apart and we'll revisit after everything comes back and I'm working on it. On the other side, here is, I've been assembling. So there's your new lower mainspring arbor. Right there. So before we put the calendar together, we want to make sure that the watch runs, which I'm sure it does. I mean, that's a stupid thing to say, but you know, it's always a check. You never want to assume. Nice and shiny. Come on. There we go. Well, she runs. Cool. All right. Okay, so usual thing, we're gonna go for it. I'm gonna be adjusting it before I do anything else, so you're not gonna see that, but I will talk about what the heck I am doing. Okay, we had a little bit of bead error. I'm going to try to get rid of that. Too much. Okay. So all I did was adjust a beat error, and now it's time to hit accuracy. Those numbers are not what I would expect out of a fresh service. So I think we got something going on there. Well, we're definitely getting better numbers. I'm still not 100% happy at all, but it's only been running in for 10 minutes. So, but still though, I would expect it to jump a little higher than this. I'm going to have to look at it. I did see your third wheel was going had some flash on it, and I'm going to see if dealing with it. Well, I'm going to look at this and then I'm going to come back into it. It is the end of the day. So I'm going to pull the plug on this tonight and we will revisit tomorrow. Okay. I mean, at least it's steady, but that's low. Come on, are you going to give me anything decent? I don't know. We'll see. I'm super hungry. It's the end of the day. And it is steady. That's something. I don't know. I gotta go back in and check it out. Yeah. Come on. It's sort of hypnotic sitting here and watching the numbers. I tend to find myself getting sort of sucked into it, and the next thing you know, time has gone by. Come on, give me something better than 224. I'm really hungry. I need to pull the plug and go, eh? No, I think I need to let this run in overnight, and I'll deal with it tomorrow. See what the numbers are like after it has a chance to sit and run in, because that's what I really want to have happen. Of course, I'm sitting here feeling hopeful that maybe I'll get some higher numbers out of it or something. Come on. Ooh, look at that. Definitely, that's good. Oh. It's a start. It's still low, but better than it was. It is steady, though. Normally you see a lot more up and down in the amplitude, but this is just pretty steady. Okay. That's it. I gotta go. Okay, so this is overnight, and see those numbers? For overnight, I'm delighted that it's running at that. That took 14 hours of work to do. Thing about one of these with diafix settings is that when they're great, but if the wheels are worn, you have to start getting into moving the diafix settings to deal with end shake, and it can be real complicated. Yeah, but this was literally, it was 14 hours of work. I finished at about 10:40 last night, and I said I can't do any more. So that, though, for overnight, that's okay. That's better than okay. That's awesome. Whew, man, it was a lot of work. So yeah, tons and tons and tons of work. So, I mean, because the case was refinished, so, I mean, not badly, but it was definitely refinished. This watch is a beautiful dial, beautiful handset. I mean, cosmetically, it's lovely inside. I think it had a lot of wear. I mean, the lower mainspring arbor port was just, as you saw, it was super rough. And it turns out that everything else was rough as well. And it wasn't just a matter of replacing all the wheels. Everything I had to go through and everything was out of whack. All those diafix settings were out of whack, and then because you can move them top and bottom, and then it changes how the gears interact, and man, it just went on and on and on. But gosh, that is a beautiful watch. I love the non-loomed JDM Dauphin, D-A-U-P-H-I-N, Dauphin. That's these pointy hands. But normally you see these with JDM ones and they're black stripes. The white stripe, that's just, it's so nice and legible. It's just such a pretty watch. Only seals, all that other stuff. This crown seal is great. You're going to find it a little stiffer than your old one, simply because your old one was, well, old. And so, I mean, it's fine. You can turn it, everything's cool, just it might feel a little stiffer than you remember. The screw down is fine. I did not change your crystal because frankly you don't need it. There's no point. Boy, that's pretty. I'm going to be looking for one of these. If ever you decide to sell this thing, let me know. I love that cornflower blue dial and the white stripe hands. It's just so pretty. Okay, that's it. Thanks, man.